Hi guys, this will be the first video in a series about my very fast fixed wing project. This will be a composite build, and these are the negative molds, the so-called plugs. So this is the main fuselage and wings, and I will have stabilizers like so, and of course the motor in the back. So I'll just show a few pictures of how I made this plug. To start with, I used 0.8mm plywood. I just traced out the shape and cut it. I did the same with some 6mm balsa. I laminated these three pieces together with heavy cloth and resin. I then shaped the trailing edge with a balsa planer. So this is the motor. It's an LBP 2860, 2550 kV. It will run on 6 cells. So this is the trailing edge, almost finished. Very thin wings. So after I sanded the plug to shape, I glassed the whole thing with light cloth and set epoxy. After glassing, I applied some 2K sanding primer. I sanded it further and filled up some of the low spots with epoxy and micro balloons. So this is the motor mount area. The motor will be mounted with some steel brackets. So here are the vertical stabilizers that were built roughly the same way as the fuselage plug, with a core of fiberglass, heavy cloth, balsa on both sides. And after shaping them, I glassed them. So about the top speed of this model. My main objective with this model is not to set the speed record, but as I'm looking at the numbers, it seems like the world record would be well within reach, so I will probably go for it. My main reason for building this model is just to have a rig that can fly really fast, be stable, and make really cool low-level videos. So this is a screenshot from eCal. It shows that with my motor and a 6 cell with high C rating and a high pitch propeller, I will be able to fly in level speed 331 kilometers an hour. The world record for FPV plane is 364, but you are allowed to use only GPS speed. So you can dive into the record attempt and gain some extra speed. And you can also fly with a heavy tailwind. It will probably go past 364 in a record attempt on a windy day. There are some other interesting numbers here. It's very sensitive when it comes to vertical speed and in relation to the weight of the plane. But let's say I can manage to make the model 1.5 kilo or lighter, the vertical speed will be 239 kilometers per hour. Another interesting thing to see here is that the static thrust is 4,675 grams. That's because the propeller stalls, the actual static thrust on the ground will be only 1.5 kilo. And the prop will actually stall all the way until I reach 183 kilometers per hour. Above that speed, the propeller stall will disappear. So here are the finished plugs. And as you can see here, it's a very thin airfoil. It's perfectly symmetrical. This is the motor mount area. So next I will be making parting planes for all three pieces and start working on the mold. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to more